Today, we are going to be analyzing Shaun of the Dead, Edgar Wright's first film. Shaun of the Dead, released in 2004, is a horror comedy film directed by Edgar Wright, starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost in the titular roles. The movie marks the first movie collaboration between Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright. The three of them worked together in the British sitcom Spaced and then co-wrote Shaun of the Dead. The film is the first of the three Flavours Cornetto trilogy, a trilogy of unrelated films by three collaborators, each starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and having a running joke about Cornetto ice creams. Released in 2004, Shaun of the Dead is one of the many zombie movies which released within a few years of 9/11 terror attacks happening. It has been theorized that the type of movies that are frequently released are a general barometer of the subconscious of society, and the release of so many zombie films in the immediate post 9/11 world denotes fear in the air. However, it would be foolhardy to suggest that Shaun of the Dead is a run-of-the-mill zombie film. It is anything but that. Wrapped within that zombie apocalypse is an extremely clever, witty, and funny movie detailing the lives of two slackers in the suburbs of London while they deal with personal issues and the apocalypse happening in the background. The movie is immensely funny, even though the comedy may be sometimes incomprehensible owing to it being British humor. Our protagonist is Shaun, played by Simon Pegg, who is a salesman at an electronics store, and Ed, played by Nick Frost, is his jobless best friend. Ed is a complete slacker, and Shaun finds himself slacking off like Ed, becoming unattached with his girlfriend and mother, with a lot of his time being spent playing video games with Ed and drinking at the local pub, the Winchester. Zombie apocalypse presents possibly the last chance for Shaun to be a man of action once again, and how he tries to mend his life while dragging Ed is what moves the movie forward. The movie itself gains pace as Shaun becomes a man of action, to the point that scenes and dialogues become quicker too. The writing genius of the trio, Pegg, Frost, and Edgar Wright, is evident in the way that humor is inculcated within the movie. Shaun of the Dead has all kinds of humor. The traditional British slapstick form, with falling, funny faces, etc.
I'm taking a shortcut before.
The way in which various situations play out to make funny results.
Do something! Wait there. Ed!
2 seconds.
Jeez, look, I'm really flattered and everything, really, but I just...
And hold it there.
Whippy British one-liners.
I'm sorry, Shaun.
It's all right.
No. I'm sorry, Shaun.
Oh! Oh my god, that's rotten!
I'll stop doing them when you stop laughing.
Funny foreshadowing.
You got red on you.
Hello, man.
A few moments later.
Absolutely inconsequential dialogues between the characters during serious scenes.
Now, some of these are limited.
Whoa, what was that?
I think it was Blue Monday.
Man, there was an original press out.
For fuck's sake.
And even in the juxtaposition of Shaun's life pre-zombie and post-zombie, hinting that Shaun was basically a living zombie before the actual zombie apocalypse started. The movie is basically a situational comedy with the characters dealing with their personal issues, while zombies seem to intrude at the most inopportune times. Because of the generally funny scenes and setting, even emotional scenes do not take much of a toll on the viewer, even if the characters are more than capable of pulling them off. Even within a scene itself, there is humor on multiple levels. In the opening sequence of the movie, there is a scene where Shaun goes to the nearby shop to get a cornetto and a beer. Within that scene, there are multiple levels of humor. The slipping is funny, and self-referencing that to the earlier scene where Shaun slipped is funny in a different way. The fact that Shaun does not notice the zombie apocalypse itself is funny, and the way in which Shaun behaves the exact same way as zombies, despite him not being one, is also funny, as it shows how mindless and monotonous his life is. Edgar Wright's directorial skills are also extremely evident within the movie. Wright is an amazing director in the way he tries to portray character dynamics and emotions without the use of dialogues. The movie is extremely fast-paced and whippy by design. The way in which Wright uses wipes, whip pans, and tracking shots using a Steadicam help in quick and witty transitions and in helping the audience notice things that the characters themselves do not. Wright is also creative in his ways of using background music and scores to let the audience know of critical events that the character does not notice, as evident in the TV scene.
Official is prepared to comment. Religious groups are calling it Judgment Day. There's
as an increasing number of reports of
Serious attacks on
people who are literally being
eaten alive.
Edgar Wright is the director and writer of the movie Baby Driver, released in 2017, which was groundbreaking for its use of music to convey action and dictate the length of the scenes. An early iteration of this idea in Wright's mind is in Shaun of the Dead as well, in the scene where they beat a zombie using household items.
It's time at the bar.
Later on, we will also be doing an analysis of Baby Driver and how it is quite an amazing type of movie. Another thing to notice, not just in Shaun of the Dead, but in all of Edgar Wright's movies, is that there is no fat. The movie is extremely lean and to the point, with each scene thought out well, with little to no improvisation among the characters. This is because of Edgar Wright's habit of storyboarding every scene, including the dialogue scenes. Shaun of the Dead marked the arrival of Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg to the big leagues, and is a movie which upended the conventions of horror comedy to make for a witty, complete film.